Hello again, welcome back. It's been snowing all day. It kind of feels like Mother Nature procrastinated and is trying to make up for the lack of snow we've had this winter. Speaking of procrastination, I have been meaning to update my emergency kit. I even brought out my tote and strategically placed it by my kitchen table so that I wouldn't forget to work on it. Instead, I managed to ignore it by walking around it and pushing it around until it eventually found its way in this little corner where it's been for weeks now. And then this week, we got an alert that Mount Spurr, in case you don't know what that is, because I didn't, is a volcano that is, I believe, 75 miles west of Anchorage. It is active and they're watching it. We're now in the level of get prepared because it may erupt in the next weeks or months. So I said, okay, Lord, that's a big sign. You want me to do this kit. You didn't have to involve a whole volcano, but all right, I'll get to it. But first, I needed to learn more about this volcano. I read news articles, visited the Alaska Volcano Observatory website, and listened to the Get Ready Alaska podcast while I did some housework. Then it was time for my favorite part, making a list of supplies I needed. Brian joined me on this outing and we got the supplies needed to get our cars ready. Now, when I first did our emergency tote, I was mostly thinking about earthquakes because, you know, we get those a lot here, especially after the big one, well, one of the big ones in November 2018. I knew we had to be prepared for any emergency because we were not prepared then. So yeah, I was mostly thinking about earthquakes. Volcanic eruptions was not in my thought process at all. So now I have to tweak our tote to include stuff that will help us if the volcano does erupt and we get volcanic ash. Now, before I add the new items, I just want to double check and make sure everything that I already have in here still works. Batteries are okay. Food isn't expired. And so yeah, I'm gonna rearrange this and then I'll show you guys what I'm adding to it. Okay, so just a quick look at what I already have in the tote. N95 mask, feminine products, flashlights, ponchos, rescue masks, some gloves, and some rubber gloves as well, in case we have to pick anything up. Again, I was thinking about earthquakes when I initially did this. Extra batteries, hand warmers, first aid, little booklet thing, radio, made sure batteries worked, some wipes, travel john. Never actually used this. I mean, I have popped a squat, but I've never used a travel john, but I guess, I don't know. It was a gift. Waterproof matches, another little flashlight, hammer, like a multi-tool use thing that has a knife as well. Can opener, duct tape, extra pair of glasses. I need to get the girls extra pairs too because they have grown and the ones I had in here, they're so old. They I don't think it would help anyway. And I have an extra power bank in case I need to recharge our devices and I need to charge this again actually. I also have toilet paper and my emergency kit. This is actually one that I travel with. That's why it's so dirty because I take it on our trips. Now in this kit, it is my travel kit. So I keep it here, but when we go on trips, I just take this with me. So this gets updated often, has medicines, gloves, different Band-Aids, antibiotic ointment, all that stuff in your typical emergency kit. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about the stuff that I have to add that has to do with the volcano in case it erupts. So I did have N95 masks here, but they're kind of like, I don't know, I feel like kind of like cheapy. So we went and bought these kind. How many come here? Oh, 10 come here. Oh, that's good. Because since we don't know when it might erupt, we don't know if it'll even erupt. They're kind of just like, get ready just in case. Since we don't know like an exact date, if it does happen, it could happen when I have visitors over the summer. So I'm glad this comes with extras, not just for the 4 of us in case I have family members here and they can use it. So I'm gonna keep this in the kit, and I think maybe I'll just have these like in our purses and bags, because just, I know in my head, I would like, if it were to happen while we're all at home, but it could happen while we're at work, at school, out and about. And I don't really want, like, this isn't really like ideal to be carrying around. So I think, well, these are pretty flat. I mean, these are like emergency. I'll probably put this in like everyone's bag and car, just in case it happens while we're not in the house. And then when we get home, maybe switch to these. Now, the main thing that we have to be concerned about if we do get ash fall is our health and our vehicles, from what I read and learned. In regards to the cars, we did get extra windshield wipers, extra cabin air filters, and air filters for the engine. Got some of those. And the guy at the store actually said that I actually got the last one in that particular store. They have been selling out. There's been a lot of people prepping because they just did the announcement this week. This actually though, I've had for maybe a week or two, because I think I saw a Volcano video and I was just like, just in case. And then this week they did the official get ready announcement. So I don't know why I'm saying that. It's not like I'm gonna get an extra prize for having started earlier. But anyway, we also got car covers for our cars, because I don't know, again, ideally I was thinking like, okay, we could park the cars in the garage, but if we're at work, our cars are outside and it could damage the cars. I mean, they said they're only expecting maybe 1/4 of an inch of ash fall. I've never personally seen it. I don't know. I wasn't here when it happened the last time in the 90s. Yeah, what I do know is we're supposed to stay put while the ash is falling, so you do not get in your car and drive, because that will really mess up your car. The ash is supposed to be kind of like glass kind of particles, and so you don't want to breathe it in, thus the masks. And one thing I am missing is goggles. I mean, I do have glasses, but my eyes are very sensitive. I get irritated. I need drops, and they're very dry in general. So I'm assuming if there's volcanic ash around, it's gonna be worse. So I do want to get some like goggles. I don't know, maybe extra, but I do want to get us goggles. That I haven't gone to the store yet to get. So I want to get that. I also need extra washer fluid. They didn't have that at the store either. It was all gone. So I need to look around for that. And I also need to get stuff for my pups, my babies. I don't know if the stores around here have masks for dogs, but so I may have to order that online. Yes, Bubba's, I'm talking about you. I love you. The air is not going to be good for your pets either, so you have to prep for that too. One thing I did see was that like if they do go out, if you're not able to keep them in to like pee or poop on pads or whatever, if they do go out, when they come back in, and again, this is like after the ash has fallen and settled, because when it's falling, you don't want to be out and about. You stay put indoors. But once the ash has fallen and the dogs are out, you have to make sure you clean them. So I'm gonna set up a little station to make sure we wipe their paws and their fur, because you don't want them, like, especially if you have a dog that licks their paw, that's little glass particles that can harm them. I think when this happened, like in the 90s, a lot of the issues were like vets were busy, the hospitals were busy, car problems. So that's like the main thing to prep for. Like make sure you're safe, your pets are safe, you got your car taken care of. But yeah, I'm not afraid. It's not like I've learned way too much about volcanoes than I ever thought I would. Now this video isn't meant to like scare you. I'm not scared. I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm looking forward to it, but from what like the stuff I read, I'm like, oh, that would be kind of cool to experience. I might regret those words later, but there's different factors involved in all of this. How long the volcano erupts, how high the ash goes, the wind pattern. So they said that if it does happen during the day and let's say the wind carries it over here in Anchorage, that it'll be like all darkness. So that seems kind of cool to experience if we're all here at home. I think if we're like all out and about, it'll be kind of creepy, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this, but I'm not scared. I'm just prepared. Oh yeah, besides our health and pets and all of that, if it does happen, it'll affect air travel. So flights could be canceled, delays, all that, because ash is not good for the planes. So planes may be diverted. I don't know the whole cleanup process. I'm hoping it does not happen. It just seems like it'll be a mess. Also for selfish reasons, I have a lot of trips coming up and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this was not in my plans. And I really hope it doesn't happen around my trips, but that's very selfish of me, but I don't know. So yeah, I hope you found this video kind of helpful. Stay safe out there, prepare. It may not happen, but if it does, better to be safe than sorry. And if you don't live here, at least you maybe learned a little bit about what's going on and learned a little bit about volcanoes. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.